Do you want to know why you're still struggling financially? Stay tuned as we look at three things that are prone to make you broke forever. Bantambeha here, that's my name, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, and if you are a subscriber, thank you again, once again, for tuning in. And yes, we are looking at three things that will make you broke forever. And you know what? Truth hurts, but sometimes you need to know the truth. Not sometimes, but always. You need to know the truth for the truth to set you free. So let's dive into reason number one why you always broke. Reason number one is the mindset. Yeah, this is where Christ says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. How many times have you really said and you desiring to not live from paycheck to paycheck? And how many times have you found yourself being stressed financially and vowed never again to live in such predicament? Many times, huh? Many times. So it goes without saying. This where oftentimes the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We have the desires, but we're not acting it out. So the mindset is a very critical thing. You need to rule your mind, not your mind ruling you. In other words, you need to rule your thoughts, not your thoughts ruling you, because you will never grow beyond what you think of yourself. I'll repeat that again. You will never grow beyond what you think of yourself. If you think you are poor, needless I to say, you will be. Yeah. But accompanying the thought is really the action so that you will see the rewards. So what you plant in, just like if you take a cabbage seed, plant a cabbage seed, you're expecting to see cabbage at the end of the day. I mean, it will be something else if you see an apple tree having planted a cabbage tree. You need to troubleshoot what happened here. It's not, it's not even, yeah, it's not something that you anticipate to see. So it's the same thing here when it comes to financial freedom. Your mindset has a way also of affecting you for the better or for the worst. So work on your mindset. I would like to hear your comment about this reason, number one that I gave, because I think that it's critical. I gave it number one because I believe that the mindset is critical as well. Yeah. Reason number two. Have you ever heard someone saying that they don't know where their money is going? The money just slipping through their fingers and they can't account for the money. Or have you used the same words too to say that you cannot account for your money? Simply means that you are not budgeting your money. Remember, I have plenty of videos on budgeting. Please just watch one of them to just get an idea, clean some bits and pieces of some experiences that I share there. It might not be the best, but if you can just maybe get one or two ideas, it's good enough for me. So yes, if you're not budgeting, I mean, your money will send you into debt. It's just straightforward, and you end up living paycheck to paycheck. Worse, you can end up living in debt. When you don't have money, for instance, to maybe pay tuition fees for the kids, you end up going to Bomachonisa to go and borrow and at a very high interest. At the end of the day, it becomes a cycle. And it's the cycle that we want to break. So reason number two why you are still broke is you don't have a budget. Truth has, but you know what? Sometimes, not sometimes, but always, you know the truth for the truth to set you free. So says the scriptures. They shall know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. So budget. If you want to break the chain of living from paycheck to paycheck, budget. That is reason number two. And reason number three. This one, majority of people fall under this one, where the mindset is worked on and you are willing to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And you go to the next step where you have your nicely written budget. But you follow that budget just for the first few days, maybe a week at most, and then it all goes down the drain. So reason number three why you still broke is because you have a budget but you don't implement that budget. It's just as the plain truth. Because if you don't implement that budget, it means that there'll be money that is will be used unnecessarily. There'll be you overspend or you underspend under one category, and you end up trying to improvise by taking from another category. And at the end of the day, you will really see that I don't know where the money went because you did not follow through the budget. I have a lot of videos on budgeting. Please, I'll put some cards here. I feel free to enjoy my experience and most importantly, learn from my experience. I do have another reason, that's a bonus reason why you still broke. The bonus reason is their inability to say no. This is not for everyone, but in a case where you are we have introverts and we have extroverts, and we have choleric people, there's the party people, and wherever they are, it's just it's joy, 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 joy. This can happen to anyone, yeah, but really it's prone to this category where you are unable to say no. When somebody says, hey, there's this birthday party, can we just go? You go, but the reality is there's money that you're going to spend. In a case where you had budgeted this amount for fuel and you take this trip to the party, it's costing you. So inability to say no is one of the reasons why you're still broke. So learn to say, did I say? Yeah, inability to say no. So yes, yeah, inability to say no. English is running away from me. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just take a break so that I can recall and yeah, and get my English words correctly. Yeah, so that was the bonus reason, inability to say no. Learn to say no. Sometimes you will never satisfy everyone. A friend of mine once said that there are three things that you need to satisfy in this life. That is your God, and that's your family, and you are number three. So sometimes it's very difficult to satisfy all three at once. We need to either compromise on one category so that you'll be able to satisfy one or two. So, but ultimately, God takes the forefront. You need to satisfy God at all costs. Yeah, yeah. So those are the reasons. And let me just not leave you by by telling you the reason why you're broke. Maybe let me just wrap it up by what you can do in order to try to live a financially free life. Yes, the bottom line really is action. There's this speaker by the name of Les Brown. Les Brown speaks of the cemetery where he says that there's a lot of knowledge that has been buried there because a lot of people had desired, but they never really acted on their desires or on their dreams. So it's just like taking a step to financial freedom. We all have this desire. I desire to you live in my desire is to have a farm and have like a double story there, So we have these desires, but the reality is we don't act. Oftentimes we believe in getting rich fast, which really is never the case, it's the pace is as a slow one. Slow, slow, slow. Eventually, you reach their destiny. So the key really is to act on our desires. You desire to live a financial free life, you need to work on your mindset. After working on your mindset, there are many tools that you can utilize to help you on your way to financial freedom. Budgeting is one of those tools. So do budget, and at the end of the day, follow through your budget. Be consistent in reviewing the budget every week. It's very, very important. Do it every week. Review, see how much you've spent, see how much is remaining. Yeah, so it's possible. It's all possible to live a financially free life. It's all possible. Work on your mindset and do act. Otherwise, folks, and that's all I had for you, and I'll see you in my next video.